Guys, back again for another of my multiple 1001 beers you must try before you die, and I'm here with Mr. Tim Lloyd again.
Good evening.
And the beer I've got for us this time is a kind of a familiar beer, which
I have no
is
idea what it is.
Punk IPA.
Oh right, yes. I remember the good old days when it was on cask.
Well, yes, I mean it's kind of one of these. You find it everywhere now, but at the time when it first came out, I remember I used to love it. I used to think it was amazing. And then every other man and his dog made a beer just like it. So
well, they stopped doing cask about 2010, didn't they? And I went to a Brewdog tap takeover at the Bird and Hand in Knoll Hill, and they had 5 of Brewdog pubs beers, I beg your pardon, on tap. Punk IPA was one of them. And then it was about a year later they stopped doing cask altogether. Then I had a bit of a sort of like, I don't really like Brewdog anymore. I thought they're a bit like not my sort of thing. And but in recent years, I've kind of forgiven them, and actually an awful lot of their kegged and bottled beer now is very, very good. And to be fair, I haven't had Punk IPA in a bottle. I've only ever had it kegged or cask.
Oh, well.
So this is a bit of a new one for me.
Oh, I see. I've had it bottled a few times before.
You can get it in Tesco's, you can get it everywhere.
Well, absolutely. So first brewed in 2007, 6%. Oh no, this one is 5.6%. It's obviously changed since books written.
It was their flagship beer, wasn't it?
Yeah, so...
that and 5am Saint, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so obviously it's from Scotland. It is from Fraserburgh in Scotland, and it was kind of something a bit new. It was their flagship brand, and it's very, very hoppy. It has Chinook, Crystal, and Mateka hops, and it says, and combined they knock your socks off. Well, possibly.
Well, we'll see.
We've had many beers. There are now so many beers out here like this, but the tasting notes say light gold in colour. The first thing to hit you will be the pine notes on the nose, as you'd hope on tasting. It's bitter at the back of the palate. Before you get there, there's a lovely balance with the sweet malt. I think what malt it says. Yeah, it uses Marisota extra pale malt. It's a perfect match for spicy food and cuts beautifully through a nice blue cheese. Well, I never had it with blue cheese, but I have had it with spicy food. It is apparently nice. Right, so design is quite interesting. I mean, they've gone for...
They're very generic now, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, they're very generic, but when they came out, they went for quite something that was kind of very, very modern looking, sort of eschewing the old traditional old brewing kind of styles. Very, very colourful. You can see just in the bottle cap there. The little dog there. I don't think these are bottle conditioned.
No, they're not.
This is a bit bottle.
I'm pretty certain they're not.
So, yeah. So let's go for this. Okay, quite a lot of carbonation.
Yeah, looking good. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's pouring really well. Lovely golden colour. Fairly good carbonation, sort of half a finger head, pretty much.
Get a bit more there.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, so now you'll see from here it isn't completely see-through, but it's really almost orange.
Got a slight haze, hasn't
colour,
it?
slight haze, but it's quite orange, quite bright. Yeah, some carbonation, but not loads, which is good. Like 2 carbonations on the smell.
Oh, you get the orange immediately.
Yeah, the orange and the hops immediately on the nose. I mean, it's
the citrus tones are really there, aren't they?
incredibly strong smell.
I don't remember it smelling like that at all, actually.
Maybe it's because it's been contained in the bottle rather than on
Yeah,
keg, actually.
true, that will make a difference. Yeah.
Okay, let's go for the taste. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, indeed.
Yeah, just so I remember it. It's a great beer. I mean, I like Chinook hops.
It's not powerfully hot, though, is it?
No.
It's not like your Uprising Treason or anything like that.
No.
It's hoppy. It's very, very refreshing, citrusy. You get the lemons, you get the oranges. It's all there, isn't it? But it's not really smacking your face like that beer is, and like Human Cannonball drink beers like that. It's
very, very
more
citrusy,
subtle, isn't it?
but not overwhelming. It's not too sweet. It's not sour, and hasn't got kind of it's got very little bitterness.
It's a sort of beer which I would be really good for introducing a lager drinker to craft beer with.
Yeah.
Do you know? I think it's because it's very flavoursome. It's not in your face hoppiness. It's very quaffable. It's very easy drinking. And somebody who would normally drink a golden beer, who's normally a lager drinker, if you gave them this, I think that'd be a really good sort of transitional beer.
Do you not think it would have too much of a hop character for someone with slightly less?
Possibly, but I'm just thinking that there are far hoppier beers out there. So it's one that maybe good for that, maybe not. You know.
Yeah, I've always tried to get people lager drinkers onto kind of a pale ale, more like a more like a harvest pale or something like that, which is much lighter in terms of alcohol percentage. I mean, because this is obviously 6%. You drink 3 of these as opposed to 3 Fosters, and you know about it.
Yeah, true. That is true.
But it's a great beer, and it's. I haven't had many other BrewDog stuff. I have been to BrewDog Bar in London, and I have some of their more crazy stuff.
I've had quite a few, to be fair.
The trouble with BrewDog is that most of it is not low percentage. Most of it is very, very high percentage, and that's very, very easy to pack a lot of flavour into a 6% beer.
They do one which they brew specifically for Tesco's called Mr. President, and it's 9.2%. It's a double IPA, and the only place you can get that are Tesco's stores, and it's astonishingly nice. But
I have had that. It's nice.
It is, you know, it's not one you'd have a lot of because you'd be on the floor. But
no, and they do stupid things like the tactical nuclear penguin, which you've got to have in a thimble or something.
Sink the Bismarck, and End of Day is one which is stuffed inside a goat. Inside a stoat, I beg your pardon.
Well, it's just as bad, to be honest. I'm not quite sure I want to drink a beer that's been stuffed inside a stoat.
Yeah, weasels and stoats, they put them inside. Genuine roadkill, they put them inside. Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, they're bonkers. They're absolutely bonkers. They're really out there, BrewDog. They really are. And they do some crazy, weird and wacky things. And, it's nice. It's a good beer. I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favourite by them. Dead Pony Club is probably my favourite they do.
I think I prefer Dead Pony Club.
But it's a good beer. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's very drinkable. It's tasty.
It's kind of a classic of its style
Very
that you
much
now
so.
find so many more that have tried to emulate it.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
both on cask and on keg, actually. The kind of that very strong American hops.
I'd agree.
That you've got absolutely tons of people. So it's kind of the archetypal one that set it up. I mean, as I say, this is from 2007 because it was ahead of the trends, and now obviously 2016. You've got they're everywhere. So yeah, I say pretty good. So we'll leave it there. Go drink the rest of our Punk IPA, and like, comment, tell us about what you think about BrewDog. Do you think they're ethical? That's another question altogether. They've come a cropper and things like that, but I won't go into that because I'm most about the beer. Comment, subscribe, like, do it.
Cheers.